Before we get absolutely shit-faced, I'd like to remind everybody that this podcast contains two very pissed-up gays with their opinions, rants and raves in life, and overall explicit content, which we know you love. Everyone and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourselves in, pour yourself a large one, down it, just like us, and pour another, and let's get this going, and let's read between the wines. Well, we're back.
We are back.
Post-Brighton Pride.
Post-Brighton Pride.
Post-Brighton Pride. And might we add, we are doing this... Oh, look. See, look. We were going to do this totally unedited and we've not even got our wine signs on. There we go. It's going well, isn't it? We've decided this week, because we've taken life a little too seriously on this podcast and we spend hours fucking editing this pod, right?
Days.
Yes. And we took a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Inspiration from... one of our favourite podcasts ever, who seem to leave in the ums and the ahs and if there's noise. So maybe we're just taking life a little too seriously, so we're learning to chill the fuck out.
Trust the gays to be uptight.
To an extent. To an extent we'll chill out. So this one's going to be a completely unedited one. If people hate it, people hate the ums, the ahs, the noises, the creaks, cracks, whatever noise, let us know.
We've all got creaks and cracks in our lives.
Let us know if you don't like it unedited, and we will go back to the drawing board and we'll slave away in the editing room for days on end just to give you guys what you want.
Yes, this podcast is raw dogging this week.
Oh, gosh. We're proper bareback in the editing room this week. We're not going to protect ourselves, shall we say?
No.
Like we ever fucking do. Anyway, the week. How's the week? How's the weekend? I'll let you go first because I've got a lot to say about the weekend.
Weekend was great. I really enjoyed Brighton Pride, which is obviously our hot topic this week. We'll come more to that later on.
Brighton Pride, eh? 'Twas an eventful one, wasn't it?
It was.
Did you enjoy it though?
I did. I had a great time. I won't say yet whether I thought it was better or worse.
Okay, we'll come on to that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I had a good Pride, but an unlucky one.
Yes.
Maybe we'll leave that for rants.
Yeah.
Rants, right? But yeah, good week overall. Brighton Pride's over. Couple of days to recharge.
Sort of.
I say recharge. I mean, yeah, it's never a fucking recharge, is it? But yeah, we're here. And a good week. But yeah, shall we do shout-outs?
Absolutely, we should. We have a long list of shout-outs this week.
So first shout-out is to Rachel and Lauren. Now, I've got to be completely honest. Who the fuck is Rachel and Lauren? When I saw the running order for this week, I was like, Rachel and Lauren, who the fuck are they? So who the fuck are they? I'm being deadly serious.
We met them at a bar in Brighton on the seafront on the Saturday, I believe. They were the two straight girls.
Two straight girls?
That we met. They joined our table.
I don't know who the fuck they are. Sorry, did you give them a QR code?
I did.
Oh, I'm really sorry, Rachel and Lauren, if you're listening. you scanned it and subscribed. I'm so sorry. I must have been drunk at that point.
You
right?
most likely were.
So I'm so sorry. Please follow us on TikTok and leave us a message and I will contact you. I'm really sorry. I don't remember much from that night, so I'm so sorry, but I'm sure you were lovely. We probably had a lovely time. I'll leave that shout out to you then, because I was a bit drunk and I don't really remember.
Rachel, Lauren, thank you for taking us, well, not even taking us under your wing. I think you were both slumming it on the gay scene this weekend. What bar was this? Centre Stage.
I can't fucking remember anything.
Yeah.
Did I have Barbie outfit on?
No, it was...
If it was
Saturday,
it
was Barbie night, yeah.
Barbie night, fucking... I can't remember. I can't remember who the fuck they are.
You were probably off your face on painkillers.
And poppers.
A really good Pride all round.
Well, yes, anyway. Yeah, sorry, Rachel and Lauren. I don't remember. But thank you so much for a lovely evening. I will vouch... and say, I'll, take your word for it because
Indeed.
You're always right, and I like to always think I'm right. But on this occasion, if we're shouting someone out, then yeah, they're obviously amazing.
I feel like I want to do what you did to me last week and get that repeated and get you to say you are always right.
We can't do that this week because this is an unedited podcast.
Oh, how convenient.
So no slotting sounds in, shall we say. Right, well, I'll keep Rachel and Lauren in mind, and I'm hoping that it will spring back to me at one point during this podcast because we are going to reminisce about the weekend.
But it nicely follows on with our next shout out because they were also sat at the same table with
us.
Yes.
The two Dannys.
And the two Dannys.
Now, this is why I feel...
three Dannys.
Well, this is why I feel bad, because I remember the Dannys, but I don't remember the girls. However, we did leave and go to another bar with the Dannys, right?
We did.
So, yeah, two Dannys. I did message one of the Dannys and asked if it was okay to shout them out. And he said, as long as it's not throwing shade at us or whatever. And I felt like saying, well, this is Read Between the Wines, so it could be shade. However, it's not. Thank you so much for being so lovely that night. It was really nice to spend the time that we did with you.
It was.
It was really, yeah, you two both are so cute and amazing. So, yeah, shouting you both out. Thank you for a lovely evening.
Yeah.
And, yeah, thank you for listening.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I hope you're going to listen.
You bloody better.
But, yeah, thank you to the two Dannys. You're both amazing. And the next one, I fucking made the weekend for me. And I have to shout out Ange.
Thank you, Ange.
I fucking love Ange, right? Now, we got to set the story. But this was the Sunday, wasn't it? So
this was indeed
the
Sunday.
The whole Sunday, right? And Ange was in the bar, and obviously I'm going to come on to the rants, but you'll understand, had a pretty questionable weekend. And Ange was in the bar in the hotel, and we went down there, and she was just this like really cool woman, like works in security, just so fucking like down to earth.
Did you say she was in her 60s? I think she was 64.
She was 64, I think, yeah. And she lives not far from me, so we had a bit of a conversation about that. Anyway, there was this absolute arsehole of a man in the hotel. We didn't really see him to begin with, but he was really giving the staff grief, right? And she was just like, fucking go over there and knock him out. I thought, oh my god, girl, we're going to get on so well. And then as the night went on, like she was just so fucking cool. And
she was
so protective even over us and, you know, the people in the hotel. She was like, she's the type of woman that you don't want to fuck with.
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck with Ange. She's
absolutely not.
And we left the hotel and actually came back, and Ange was still at the bar.
She was.
Bless her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we carried on drinking. Bless her.
What made it even better is I think you'd wandered off to the loo at one point.
Wandered off would be an understatement.
Well, I didn't want to give the game away, and we'll come to that in a second. But as you were away, we were talking at the bar, and she was telling me how she got to Brighton and why she was there and what she was doing. And her first comment said, I got down here, I got to the hotel, and I opened the bottle of bolli, which is exactly what we did.
Oh, yeah. We did open a bottle of bolli, so we bonded over bolli. Bonding over bolli. We love that, right? We love that. You know what makes me laugh about like people, like when we're having conversations with her that night? There was a straight couple sitting behind us, and it was like they were looking at us like with fascination, and I thought, we're not talking gay, or we're not talking lesbian. This isn't lesbian language or gay language. They looked like they couldn't understand a word we were fucking saying. I thought, I'm just chatting, like, is it that fucking shocking? But they looked like they'd never seen, or maybe because I was in a Barbie outfit.
I think that straight woman might have been a prosy.
Well, yeah. Yeah, there was also a gay prostitute there. Like, he was definitely a gay fucking rent boy. Like, he was about 21.
Which one?
You didn't see him. They walked in, but you had your back to them. And he was about 21 years old. And his partner he must have been in his 80s.
Jesus.
Couldn't walk. Old as the hills, right? Old as the... Man wouldn't have got it up. Even Viagra wouldn't have sorted this man out, right? He was fucking old.
Christ.
And then there's this guy, so arm in arm, like, mincing up to the hotel room. I thought, fuck me, you've either been paid to go into that hotel room, or you are the biggest fucking sugar baby going. And I'm not here for it. I hate that.
No, sorry, I missed that sight.
Anyway, moving on from Ange, so when we came back to the hotel, we met two other lovely ladies, Linda and Sherna.
Absolutely, yeah.
Who were really funny as well. We actually had such a good night with them as well. We ended up staying out, I think it was at 2 a.m, 2:30,
well, I think
3 a.m.
it was as close to a lock-in as you would probably get in a hotel bar.
Especially at an upmarket hotel bar that we were in,
exactly.
Right? It was fucking brilliant. I fucking love Linda. You know why? Because Linda is the complete opposite. We have similar views on life, but she's the complete opposite to me, right? When she senses there's a bit of drama, she diffuses it.
Yeah.
When I sense there's a bit of drama, I end up in police van. Not, I wasn't arrested, but everybody, I was in a police van yesterday. I was escorted home in a police van, but I wasn't the one causing the problem.
No, you weren't.
The police took me home because they were worried about me. Absolutely. They don't know who the fuck I am, do they? Because they know that they got nothing to worry about. Fucking tear his head off. Start on me again. Anyway, that should be a rant, but I'm not going to give that man the airtime. Not going to give homophobes the airtime. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll know what happened. So,
dirty, druggy, little slime bag.
Anyway. And then, lastly, I do want to shout out the staff at the Malmaison Hotel, who was absolutely fucking incredible. It was the best stay I've ever had in the UK, not just in Brighton, in the UK. The hotel was out of this fucking world. They put like pride tattoos on me, didn't they? They looked after us. They gave us free drinks. We put our glasses at the bar, so we ordered some room service, and it was free. Like, it was because they appreciated us being there. Fucking amazing.
They even laughed at my symmetrical eye makeup.
We've got to get on to the symmetrical fucking eye makeup. Now, bitch, I know you have a maths degree, but when you do pride makeup and your glitter... Oh, I hit my mic. Your glitter is at a right... God, we're making all sorts of noise. Your glitter is at a right angle. We've got a fucking problem. Right? I know you got a maths degree, but you do not... What did you use? What's it called? A compass? Protractor? What's that little triangle one called? Little triangle thing?
Yeah, they are called... God, it's been ages since I've used...
I don't know what they are. Them shitty maths tools, right?
Yeah.
Fuck that. But anyway, I had to wipe that off and redo it for you because I was like, what the fuck are you doing? This isn't a maths exam. The gay maths exam. Oh, yeah, bitch. You would have passed.
Flying colours.
I would have failed. But it was extremely bent, so I suppose it was within the thing. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, the staff at the Malmaison.
Yeah. I don't think we gave them any QR codes, but shout out to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chelsea. If you... Do you happen to listen to us?
Well, I'm going back there, so...
Oh, there we go.
We should have left QR codes there. We had enough fucking printed, and I didn't hand out a single one.
Finally, I did something right.
Well, yeah. Questionable, but... I'm joking, yeah, you actually...
You are always right.
Well, anyway. So, yeah, shout-outs for this week.
Yeah, shout-outs all round.
So, rants?
Rants, well, this is your
Where
area.
Where the fuck do we start? It's always my area, isn't it? It's always my fucking area. But what I have to fucking shout out, the first rant for me is the fucking degenerates in A&E.
So let's give a bit of background.
Bit of backstory to what happened. And what makes me laugh about it is people that know me just went, drunk, was you? And I'm like, actually wasn't.
Safe to assume.
Well, I weren't fucking drunk. I could have justified this. Anyway, I digress. Arrived in Brighton for Pride. Lovely. All the way there listening to Barbie. Blah, having a great fucking time. Got out of the car into the hotel. And went upstairs to get changed. Put the lovely sparkly boots on. And the lovely shorts on. And the cute sequin jacket that I had.
Killer outfit.
And we did quickly go to the Bedford. The pub that we liked, and everyone was saying how great we looked.
We did.
Shout out to what's my little friend called from ASOS? I forgot his name. God,
Mahesh.
Mahesh. There. Sorry, I forget everyone's fucking names. Don't I? Can't even remember fucking Rachel and Lauren. So sorry, girls.
You've done better there than Rachel and Lauren.
Shout out to you as well because he literally after this happened held me up, and I was sober. I wasn't drunk, and I walked in front of centre stage full of a fucking bar full of people. And slipped in those boots and literally fell flat on my face. And to make matters worse, I heavily sprained my ankle and I broke a finger.
Yeah.
So I spent the first night of Brighton Pride in A&E all fucking night long. Yeah. Didn't get back to the hotel until 6. No. Anyway, back to the rants. Fuck me. I thought hospitals in southeast London were bad, but this was bad on steroids. It was fucking horrendous. 24 hours in A&E meets 24 hours in police custody meets Benefit Street. It was fucking awful. It was awful. It was that bad that man was wearing the tag as a fashion statement. He was really proud to show his tag off. And I was like, fuck me. You had him in the corner with his tag and he's like, I don't know, when they're in prison and they make their own tattoos and they burn the needles. Oh, yeah. He had one of those tattoos.
Did he?
He had the convict tattoo on his arm. He had the tags on both ankles. He stunk to high heaven. And his mum.
Oh, state of her.
Oh, the pair of them. I weren't quite sure whether they were lovers or mother and son or both. Or both.
Maybe he was her little bitch from Ward.
Fuck me.
Prison and Cell Block 8.
It was disgusting, right? And they were looking at us all night, and I thought, you know what? I'm sitting here in a fucking Barbie outfit, but don't fucking start on me, bitch. But it was fucking awful. And then, like, in the corner over there, you had him yakking up into a bowl in front of everyone. Oh, God, it was just horrendous.
There were some funny characters, though. That old funny man who was going on about this cab ride and this.
That man came to fucking A&E to chat. Didn't come to A&E because he was unwell, right? Didn't come to A&E because he was unwell. And then you had the gay couple. The fucking gay couple made me laugh. They arrived at the hotel drunk. They arrived at the hospital drunk as a couple. Yeah. Within 10 minutes, they were split up. And one of them was asking the hospital staff to call security and the police. I thought, only in Brighton. Only in Brighton. Or in my house. That sounds like me. I can turn like that. But there was some funny people in there, but I didn't want to be there on a Friday fucking night.
I mean, I think it could have been a lot worse. There were a handful of drunk people, but there weren't. Not everyone in that A&E waiting room was.
No, I think if it was where I live, there probably would have been a couple of rucks.
Yeah,
but it was not a nice experience.
And I think after at least 3 hours being in there, you're just so delirious that you just had to laugh, because if you weren't laughing, you were in tears.
Well, I like the X-ray machine.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that.
And we didn't get their name, but that couple who were in front of us,
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe. Yeah,
I don't know her name, but his name is Giuseppe.
Yeah.
That woman gave me fucking life. That woman was judging everyone as they walked through the door, and she looked at me and we looked at each other and we gave that look as to say, we know. We're on the same wavelength. You ain't even got to say it to me, babe. I know what you're thinking. I know you think he's trash. I think he's trash too.
If we earned £1 for every eye roll we gave each other, we would have been millionaires.
Oh, in the end, I was literally like, just strap my fucking finger up. I want to go back to the hotel.
Yeah.
I fucking wasn't. But, well, every cloud, I didn't let it affect my Saturday night. Went back to the hotel at 6 a.m, played Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and a drinking game. Woohoo!
We clawed it back.
Yeah, we clawed it back. But yeah, sporting a broken finger and a pretty dirty looking bandage now, which is pink.
Yeah.
So not the end of the world.
Very on brand, babe.
Very on brand. I ain't been able to put any hair wax in my hair this week. I ain't even been able to wipe my ass this week. It's been bad. But watching me struggle, I was like, oh, fucking hell, I'm so embarrassed. Anyway. Well, yeah, that's the first rant. Second rant, keeping with Brighton, is the homophobic fucking doorman on a gay bar. So centre stage, not just centre stage, but Legends as well. Now, the staff in these bars are fucking amazing. The bar staff, the owners, the entertainers, everyone is fucking amazing. But there was a select couple of door staff on these bars this weekend, which I found extremely homophobic and really intimidating to the community.
I agree.
And it just makes me angry. And I'm like, why do these nights? Why do this weekend if you've got such a problem? Why? And I saw so many gay people and people of the LGBTQ plus community literally judged, intimidated, verbally abused by this fucking arsehole doorman. And I was like, you know what, if this wasn't Pride weekend, I probably would have said something, probably would have scurfed him up.
Yeah, well,
but
exactly.
I thought, I can't be bothered, I'm not getting into this. I've broke my finger, can't even walk, I'm limping around fucking Brighton, I look moody enough as it is. I don't need to get into arguing the door stuff.
You're right, though, it's totally unnecessary. I imagine regular door people,
doormen, door
women,
door staff
would have been out celebrating Pride themselves if they were working there normally, but with such a volume and them wanting to be celebrating, they had to hire a G4S or something.
I don't know.
Some useless fucking company like that.
I don't know, but they want to watch themselves, because if they carry on the way they're going, the community will turn and they will all turn together.
Yes.
And you're going to run out of Brighton like he's running away for his life. Anyway, fuck this. Enough of that now. Enough of that. We're not giving homophobic people the airtime, especially after this week. But anyway, let's actually talk about the podcast.
Yeah, let's go.
Rant's over. Shout outs done. Podcast commence. Right.
Yeah.
So obviously we've had quite the eventful weekend, and we said a few episodes back that we would revisit the subject of Pride. We had London Pride. We didn't think it was quite right at the time to do a Pride podcast or a Pride episode at that point, because London was busy and we also marched and we didn't really get to enjoy Pride as much as we probably wanted to, or I don't know. Anyway, we wanted to have Brighton, and we wanted to, you know, talk about Pride once we've had both of them,
absolutely,
right? Because doing one is just not good enough. Two's up, or, you know, be spit roasted by 2 Prides and then talk about it, right? So yeah. So you have London to Brighton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That famous?
Oh, the cycle. Yeah.
So the great London to Brighton bike ride. So let's call this the gay ride to Pride.
Absolutely.
London or Brighton, you decide. Right? So with that, I suppose my first question is... Well, no, before we answer that question, best bits of London and the best bits of Brighton.
Yeah.
What have there been... Don't have to answer both, but have there been any standout moments of either one for you?
So, to give a background, this was my first time marching in London Pride. I've been to the Pride event in London a few times. Seeing the parade, going to the bars, that kind of thing. This is my first Pride in Brighton. As regular visitors of Brighton anyway, I do love Brighton, and I think it's a reflection of people in Brighton versus people in London. London's always busy. Like, even if you go on a regular weekend, Saturday night, Soho, the gay bars around London are always super busy. Always people get aggy because they've been drinking all day. So my answer would be, my favourite bits of London would be, the march was great, dressing up for the march, taking part in that and feeling like, you know, you're walking a 3-hour catwalk.
I think for me, I don't really have a best moment in London. I enjoy London every year, and I particularly enjoyed it this year because I was marching with a group of extremely special people. Yeah. So that for me was obviously my highlight of London. But for me, the highlight of Brighton, aside from people lining up to take photos of me because I was literally in Barbie's outfit, was watching the drag queens all stand up and, you know, assert their status.
Yeah.
And see the whole village and the whole street party like erupt with applause and admiration, and you could really see in those queens that they really this has been a struggle. It's been a struggle to, you know, to announce their status. When I say status, we know what I'm talking about. That, you know, their HIV status, and it was something, especially the older queens. You could see that this is something that they've not had the platform or time to do in the past, and you know, we know what it was like years ago. I can't imagine what it was to have been there, but I know what it was like. I can't ever say that I can relate or I can ever understand. I'm not HIV positive, and neither are you. So we don't know how that feels. However, seeing them up there, you know, proudly talk about their status, and then having, you know, you had the Brighton MP also come up on stage and also talk about his status. And for me, that was the stand-up moment for me in Brighton. It was just and then the whole crowd just erupt with applause, and there were tears. I got emotional. Like, it was so touching. For me, that was my stand-up moment in Brighton, hands down. It was just so nice to see.
Well, absolutely, because it's a real reflection of Pride. You know, I think we've maybe sometimes lost in having a parade and just kind of having busy bars. That's fun, and don't get me wrong, like, it feels sometimes a little bit like gay Christmas. But I don't know, do you not think we miss the element of actual having pride, and that was a true reflection of...
Well, Pride's a protest, right? Pride is a protest at the end of the day, but we forget that.
Yeah.
Well, we don't forget it, but people forget it. Anyway, let's not get deep.
No, let's not go deep.
There's time. There's a time and a place for deep moments.
No, exactly. But
I was pretty deep some Brighton. I'm not going to lie to you.
But yeah.
But anyway, what about like weird, or was there any like weird or awkward moments at any point? For me, there weren't a fucking weird or awkward moment, but a moment I didn't enjoy was I had that fucking Barbie outfit on, and everyone kept calling me Ken.
Oh. Yeah.
I was like, bitch, I ain't Ken. I'm Barbie. I got pink hair. I got her bodysuit on.
Yeah.
I have her breasts. I'm practically Barbie, and you're calling me Ken.
Yeah. And the one Ken we did meet was really fucking weird.
Oh my god. And I was telling them about that, my friends about that today. I was like, you made me take photos of him. I thought, Ken Dodge, not Ken Doll. Like, you are fucking weird.
But no. It was literally a Hawaiian shirt with the Ken
sticker
word stuck on with sellotape.
I was not impressed at all.
No, I was not impressed at all.
I thought, girl, you look like you just stepped out of Hawaii and you just put a Ken sticker on. Like, fuck off. As I said, Ken Dodd, not Ken Doll. Didn't look like Ken at all.
No. Ken Dodd all the way.
But yeah, I mean, that's really awkward moments. Like, I think
it wasn't. Well, I can think of two awkward moments, but one we'll probably talk about later. The other awkward moment that I remember from London Pride is walking past the pups in their dog masks. But the awkward thing really being the next day seeing the pictures of Sadiq Khan
with the pups, the furries,
posting in front of them, shaking their hands. And I don't know, like, good on him for wanting to be like inclusive and all this. I just think, does he know where their hand's been? Probably. Does he know what he's getting involved in there?
I just remember me and Enrique going, look, furries! Look, there's furries! Furries!
I don't know. Maybe that's not awkward. It was just like standout moment that I just remember, and I'll remember that.
Oh, it was funny.
Furries as well, yeah, in their mascot outfits.
Yeah, I don't think there was any awkward moment. You know what's funny? It's not Pride, but I've got to bring it up. When you accidentally, I don't know why, but it's not Pride, but I've been fucking dying to say this. When you accidentally asked a girl how and when she transitioned, and she was like, "I'm not trans." We was in Rupert Street.
That wasn't even a Pride though, was it?
No, but I'm not saying it's Pride. I'm just saying it fucking cracked me up. That was an awkward moment. Poor girl. She was like, I'm not transitioning.
Well, you know why I said that, right?
No. I don't care. It was fucking brilliant.
I'm gonna leave it
ruin
like
the story.
I'm gonna leave it like that.
That fucking cracked me up. That cracked me up.
I do have a habit of putting my foot in it.
All of her friends saw the funny side. Can't say she did. Can't say she did.
If I remembered your name or your birth name.
Don't ask me. I can't remember what's their names. I can't remember Rachel and Lauren. I feel I've got to fucking remember who they are. What they look like.
Let's leave it at that.
You can't fucking remember either.
I feel like one of them had a quirky thing going on. I want to say one of them might be in psychic, but I think that's absolute made up bullshit.
Oh, this just sounds like you don't know the fuck they are either.
They were just two straight girls who went out.
Gaslight me into thinking that I'm the one that can't remember.
I remember them being straight girls, and that's
I don't know. I can't fucking remember. Anyway, so verdict though. I suppose overall, good Pride all round.
Yeah.
Verdict: London or Brighton? Can you hear that dog out there?
Yeah. He wants to get involved in the podcast.
Keep it in, because this is only an unedited version.
Yeah. I would say, are we choosing which one we preferred?
Well, just a verdict.
I preferred Brighton. I think Brighton was more laid back, more fun. And maybe that's because we weren't marching in the parade. Maybe it was our limited mobility as well. But I don't know, it was just... We weren't rushing around, we went out, we met people, we chatted to people, which we didn't do at London. Maybe that's how London is, you don't talk to random people.
I'm just going to say, apart from the amount of special people that we march with in London, and the people that we are around who are fucking amazing, can't stand London Pride anyway, it's full of fucking cunts.
Yeah.
Sorry for anyone that goes to Pride, it's all the clapping gays, and we've said this on this podcast, I fucking hate clapping gays.
Yeah.
And it's full of them. In London, it's full of judgy gays. Not everyone. I'm not saying everyone. I'm not generalising the whole of Pride. I'm just saying, for me, my experiences in London, it's full of cunts.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
It's the show-offs.
Brighton, on the other hand, it's not. It's, in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion. It's not. It's a diverse mix of people from all walks of life.
It genuinely feels inclusive.
Yeah, it does. But anyway, yeah. Fuck you, London Pride. But I'll see you next year. But yeah, I like the furries. The furries really.
They was really funny. I really enjoyed seeing them.
We all have
them.
We all have a furry.
But it was quite a warm day, so good on them for being in that all day. Can you imagine them trying to get into GAY or?
If it's saying they got furry outfit, right, and they're hot on hot days, is that what a bear must feel like? Do bears that have all that hair, do they feel as hot as a furry? Must be though, because you've got all that hair.
But then actually, this is a massive stereotype. A lot of bears tend not to wear very much because when they go out Pride, they tend to just wear like a harness to show off how
Hair. Is that because they're just so fucking hot from
probably
all that fur?
Probably.
If there's any bears that are listening to this podcast, please enlighten us.
Yeah, love to know.
Bear I am not. But yeah, maybe bears and furries have got the same thing going on.
Oh, I don't know. There's a difference between human hair and teddy bear.
Nobody likes human hair on their back or wherever. Anyway, fine. Yeah, so I agree. I think for me the verdict is Brighton.
Brighton, well done. You win this round.
And it was nice. It's always nice to see, like, you know, all the flags: the pride flag, the trans flag, the non-binary, the bi flag, all of them, right? Yeah. But keeping in mind with that, right? One thing. Let's talk about Pride in general. So we've done both Prides, but in the lead up to Pride, we see these flags everywhere, right? We see them everywhere. In particular, you see them on your favourite fucking products, right? You see them on things that you use. You see them in your favourite products, your favourite brands. What are your thoughts on that?
I do think it's a bit opportunistic on parts of a lot of these companies. If you're only going to support the community at one time of the year for the sake of selling slightly more of your products, it's just a bit taking advantage, no?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, I'm just shuffling the papers. We've got a few examples here.
Yeah, we have.
There's a few things that I like. Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's opportunistic. I think it takes advantage of what we are, celebrating, and it's a way to make money, right?
And I also question how many people in the community buy those products.
I don't. You don't catch me buying no fucking Pride product.
Yeah. Nope. It'll be the straight people who want to seem like they're supporting us by buying a fucking M&S sandwich.
Do you think the straight people buy the Pride Lynx shower gels to subtly tell their parents that they're toozing up on men of a weekend when their girlfriends are away?
Maybe that's
what the straight people do. You know what, Mum? Deep down, I like dick. So I'm going to buy this Pride Lynx. I'm going to put it in the bathroom, and that's how I'm going to fucking tell you. We're on to you, straight people.
We've got your number.
Anyway, keeping with links, right? So you've pulled a few examples of Pride products. And, we just talk about links, and straight people, we know you love it. But Links is one this year says, "Love is love." How cute. Yes.
Very original.
Yeah, very original, Links. Well done. So as I said, that is a straight boys coming out gel. Maybe you can use the same thing as lube.
Well, that's it. It's such a teenage straight boys fragrance, isn't it?
I don't have time for it. That's the same thing, the eyelash allure, love is love. Piss off. Piss off. There was one that I found particularly funny. I'm just trying to fucking find it now. Oh, this is another Lynx one. This was the spray. So that was the gel. This is the spray. And it says Lynx, unity for everyone. Fuck off, Lynx. Like, come on. It's ridiculous. Like, it really...
Can you imagine if you walked into a gay bar in Soho and all you could smell was Lynx Africa?
Oh,
it would be empty.
Any Lynx is fucking rank. I can't stand... even as a kid, like when I was a closeted gay boy, I would never have worn fucking Lynx. Anyway, this one I like. I don't know who this is. Postmates. I don't know what that is. But anyway, it's a menu thing. And their one's Eat with Pride. Yeah, that's what we say. That's what we say when we're on Grindr over Pride weekend. I'm eating with Pride this weekend, guys. I'm eating with Pride. I'll ring you with pride.
We'll rim you with pride.
Ringing with pride. That should be a tagline if ever I heard it. What did you get up to this weekend? I just rimmed with pride. We love that one. I think that was the one that I liked, actually.
Well, I remember from a few years ago, was it M&S who did the LGBT sandwich? Do you remember that?
What was that? Strictly meat or strictly fish?
It was lettuce, guacamole.
Literally lettuce.
Lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato.
How's that gay?
Because it spells LGBT.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
It's just really... No.
See, now if M&S was a bit clever, they could have got you lick your lettuce over price. Just eat that sausage, Come on, fucking M&S, be a bit filthy.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Fucking LGBTQ sandwich.
I know, can you imagine?
Fuck that off, that annoys me. Anyway.
No.
Yeah, so I'm not a fan of washing, I'm not a fan of rainbow washing, it fucking annoys me.
Yeah, I don't think there's been many examples over the years where...
Says me wearing a Pride dungaree in West Hollywood. Anyway, fuck this. Anyway, well, so another thing I find funny is the resistance from straight people over Pride, right? And in the lead up to Pride, you get a lot of people on social media. Pour me some wine.
Yeah.
You get a lot of people on social media, in particular straight people. When I say straight people, it's not all straight people. This is probably, I imagine, white Republicans.
Yeah.
Right? That are doing this. Just people that are completely fucking racist, homophobic, transphobic. They're a lot.
Yeah,
They've
completely.
got it all going on, right? And they have views on Pride, and they're quite funny, to be honest. We found, like, there's a couple that we were looking at that you pulled from social media, which I think are quite funny, and some of them I don't understand.
Okay.
So maybe it's because I'm a thick prick. I am thick. Weirdo.
So is your prick.
I know. So does everyone in Brighton. And London. Just everyone.
There
Just
we go.
everyone. Slide into my DM. Slide into my DM. Anyway, this one, so the first one, I don't know if this is a straight person or whether this is a gay person, but it says, honeydew is the straight pride parade of melons. Boring, flavourless, and nobody ever really asks for it.
I think that's true.
Poor honeydew melon.
Poor honeydew.
The honeydew melon is the straight pride parade. I don't mind a honeydew melon. Pro watermelon. That's thick and juicy,
yeah,
innit?
exactly. Yeah, I love that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sexy, innit, watermelon?
Oh, I adore watermelon.
Honeydew. That's just a bit... Alright, the more I'm reading this, I agree.
The honeydew is the kind of one you get in the melon medley that you kind of got to put up with.
This tweet was by someone, what was called The Real Horse, and it is of this, like, horse with his tongue hanging out. Sounds filthy, doesn't it? Maybe he was listening to the bestiality episode we were talking about, but yeah. Anyway.
Maybe.
Okay, I do get it. So this next one's from Fred Delicious, aubergine emoji.
Of course.
And this one says, if the straight pride parade happens, I might actually stand a chance on Xbox Live for a couple of hours. Silence. Exactly. I don't know if I can get it either. If anyone's listening to this podcast and understands what that means, is that shade? Is it funny? I don't know.
I think it's a reference to the gamer tribe.
Okay, that's quite clever.
I get that.
It's not really homophobic, though, is it?
It's not really. No, exactly.
I mean, I can't stand gamers. G-A-Y-M.
Yeah.
No, I'm offending people now. I know some gamers, but I don't get it.
No, neither do I. I'm never.
You're just a gay man that plays Xbox, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah.
Get a job.
Yeah. I love this one. This is my favourite tweet, right? And this one's called Meg the Stallion. Not Megan the Stallion. Is that what she's called?
Yeah, she got shot, didn't she?
She got shot.
Maybe not recently, but anyway.
Did she?
Moving on.
I don't even know the fuck that is. I'm not going to pretend I know who Megan the Stallion is. Is that... Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, this is Meg the Stallion, so like sounds like a Scottish version of her, right?
Who's probably into the bestiality that we've just been talking about.
Probably into that. She probably loves Scottish Peppa Pig. We all fucking love Scottish Peppa Pig, right? Anyway, this one says the straight pride parade should end up at a giant clitoris, so they end up walking around in circles until they die because they can't find it. Well, yeah. While those lesbians just shoot straight through, straight boys and straight people are just walking around and around.
Twerking on it.
Clitoris, over the clitoris, under the clitoris, never on the clitoris, right?
Never on the clitoris.
Well, there we go, London and Brighton Pride. If you want a straight pride, just get a giant clitty float.
There we go.
Giant clitty float. Fuck it out.
Why's that around London for?
So this one's Elise Bowman says, I'm confused. I thought they already had a straight pride. Isn't that what Coachella is? Isn't there more gays at Coachella now than there is straights?
Maybe nowadays, yeah. Maybe since Beyonce headlined that a few years ago.
Listen, Beyonce has gays going there for years and years and years, and so are straight people. You know who fucking did it? James Charles got all the gays going to Coachella.
Who's James
Charles?
Charles?
Yeah, exactly. Who's James Charles? See what I mean?
I know.
Go on. You know
Adrian Charles.
Who the fuck is that? Is that sports commentator, man?
No, he used to do the One Show, didn't he?
Oh, I know the fuck that. What? Oh,
no, I don't know who James Charles is.
I'm glad there's one of us on this podcast that's relevant and current. Fucking hell. Anyway, I think that was it for tweets.
Yeah. Well, they did have...
one's my favourite one.
Yeah. They did have a... There was some state in the US that did do a straight pride, right? I'm guessing.
Did they have a giant clitty? Probably not.
They missed the trick there.
They missed the trick. They missed the clitty floats. Anyway, well, so all right. We call ourselves gays. I'm not so sure after you comparing James Charles to Adrian Charles. But anyway, we claim ourselves to be proud gays and proud members of the community. Yeah. So I thought, let's give ourselves a little quiz of gay terms to see just how gay we actually are, or just how current we actually are with the community. So I found... Whoop! Oh, sorry, it's my wire. I thought it was a fucking spider. Anyway, so... So yeah, let's call this the gay quiz of gay terms, and let's see how many we know. So I've kind of seen some of these in the answers, so maybe we'll test you.
Okay, let's give this a try.
Especially after the James Charles comment. I feel like you're now on gay probation.
Yeah,
right? So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and y'all go and tell me the answers.
Oh,
right? Some of these I didn't know, and I'll tell you the ones that I didn't know the answers to, in the spirit of being fair.
Fair enough.
So let's dive in.
Try me, Daddy.
Fucking hell. So the first one is, now I didn't know this. What does MSM stand for? I can give you some. I'll give you some. That's multiple choice, but I'd like to know your answer first before I give you the multiple choice questions. Do you have any idea?
Multiple sexual mates.
Oh, well done. Well done for generalising gays. It's been a massive pause. No, MSM stands for men who have sex with other men.
Oh, okay.
Brackets, regardless of their sexual orientation. The other two answers was mildly sexy men or a mission to have sex with your mates. Sounds like all three to me, don't it?
Well, there we go.
So you got that one wrong.
Okay. MSM.
So the next one, this one's an easy one, right? What does PrEP mean?
Oh, it's a medication. It's to help protect you against contracting HIV.
Yes, right. So yeah, there we go.
I did know what it stood for at one point, but
I don't know what it stands for, but I know what it is. Anyway, the other two answers were... So that was it. So the correct answer is medication taken before sex to reduce the risk of getting HIV, right? But the other answers were chatting up another man before having sex. I get it, the prep, right?
Well, yeah, exactly.
I get how, people could assume that.
Yeah.
And then the other one was the preparation / cleaning before having gay sex. That's douching, honey.
Well, we made that joke a few weeks ago.
Excuse me while I just go prep. What a mood kill that would be. I suppose it's no more sexy than, excuse me, I've got to go douche. You know what I mean? It's no more sexy than that, I suppose. Anyway, our next one.
Okay, go on then.
This one's an easy one.
Okay.
We should fucking know this one, especially after this weekend. Floating around Brighton off our fucking heads. What are poppers?
They are a hell of a good time.
Is that what your answer is?
Yeah.
So the correct answer is a legal recreational substance, sometimes inhaled before sex.
Yeah.
Or just when you want to have a laugh.
There we go.
Remember I told you, remember that time that I spilled poppers all over Laura's face and she went to sleep and woke up next day with blisters. She looked like Two-Face from Batman. She spilled poppers on her face and she ended up looking like Two-Face the next day.
Yeah.
Fucking funny that was. We were like, what's happened to your face? You spilled that bloody liquid on my face last night. Alright, calm down. Anyway, the other two answers were people who pop in and out of a relationship. Poppers!
And none of you of those.
Are you a popper? Yes, I am. I'll just pop in and pop out. Anyway, the other one was another word for buttons. Oh, what an innocent
lovely.
one.
Yeah, how cute.
Oh, definitely not a gay person. And this
Clearly
one.
not.
Now, I only knew the answer to this because I had a brief encounter with someone that called themselves this.
Okay.
What does a twunk mean? Now, before you answer, I fucking hate this term anyway.
Isn't it a muscle twink?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
A young, muscular gay man, usually with little body hair. I mean, twink, fuck off.
Wow, I wouldn't have used that. Is it a body hair thing?
Well, it would be because a twink is usually hairless.
So
a twunk would just be a twink that's a little bit hunkier. So yeah, it would be hairless. They wouldn't have hair.
I never knew the twink was to do with hairlessness.
Well, if you was a skinny, hairy guy, you'd probably be a bit more of a cub.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it was more to do with being blonde, youngish, and...
No, well, yeah, no body hair.
But yeah, no body hair. Yeah, no, it makes sense, but I've never associated that to...
This one made me laugh. What is a lucky Pierre?
Oh, I think I know. Is it a cum moustache? Okay, they're completely wrong.
I can't.
That clearly wasn't even one of the options.
No, it's not a cum moustache. I get where you were going with that though, but
It's kind of curled up at the end.
what is a lucky Pierre? Is it a cum moustache? Oh my gosh. So the answer is the middleman having sex with two other men.
Right, okay.
The other are questions, not cum moustache.
Oh,
The
they
other
missed
two
out an
answers
option
are
there.
An average looking man who miraculously gets with the hottest guy in the club.
Okay.
And the third answer was a very attractive French man.
Which never happens.
No, not well. No, I know an attractive French man. I used to meet up with him just for sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, well, they're not.
His name was Jerome.
They're not strictly French, but wasn't there a massive internet meltdown over Justin Trudeau's son?
I mean, Justin Trudeau's fucking hot.
Yeah, his son was even hotter.
Nah, I don't think so. You can't get much hotter than Justin Trudeau.
Check it out.
Oh, Emmanuel Macron.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How about my friend that said Rishi Sunak was like really hunky?
Did she Rishi? No, thanks.
But he's about 4 foot tall. Have you seen him? You can't fucking see him because you have to look down. He's fucking tiny. Anyway, we digress.
He's probably a twink as well.
Rishi Sunak is a twink. Ooh. Well, I can't even look at Rishi Sunak like that. Only the Canada PM and the French PM.
Yeah.
I look at it like that. Yeah. Anyway, next one. What is a tuck?
Oh, that is something drag queens do when they were dragging up, and they need to place it in between their legs and into their.
So yeah, a queen pushes their genitals between their legs, right? Yeah. The other two answers: what is a tuck? A man's foreskin.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna go clean my tuck. Oh, I pulled his tuck back and it stunk.
I ain't fucking that duck.
Oh, that's like the Luana thing this week, where she was wanking him off and she ended up with smeggle on her hands.
That's disgusting.
Anyway, the third answer was an archaic term for anal sex. What's archaic? Is that old-fashioned?
Oh, really old-fashioned, like. Yeah.
Shall thou go tuck? I don't know. Don't think you read that in Chaucer. And then the next one is, what does kai mean?
A kiki.
No, kai.
K-I-K-I.
K-A-I.
Oh. A kai.
I'm gonna fact check this one. We'll do the answer, but I'm gonna fact check this one with Ruffles.
Okay. I don't know. I've never heard that.
So apparently, according to BuzzFeed, a kai is when two drag queens have sex.
Oh.
In which case...
In drag.
Well, it just says when two drag queens have sex, so I assume so. In which case, I've had a kai. And the other two is having sex with a man called Kai. Alright, makes sense. And the third one is when you give two blowjobs at the same time. Well, what is that like? When they say two blowjobs at the same time, is like bouncing between the two, or is it like double penny in the fucking like both cocks? I don't understand.
You've got a big mouth.
I haven't got a big mouth.
Not in the physical sense.
Listen, I might not look like I've got a big mouth, but I'm pretty sure I can have a kai. Oh, the next one is, what is a power bottom?
Well, we argued this before, and I think I did maybe offend power bottoms in the past.
So we apologise.
So I apologise. But it's someone who is a bottom who takes it hard.
I'll give you that. It's a man who enjoys being penetrated but takes the active role during sex. So it's almost like the alpha bottom, right? Anyway, the other two answers was an extremely aggressive anal sex. Could be that as well. Best answer is electric butt plug. Excuse me, do you mind washing my power bottom? I fancy a night by myself.
Soon to be seen across the country next to the electric
What's that
vehicle
vibrating?
chargers.
Oh, it's just my power bottom. And then the next one is, what is frotting? Now, I didn't know what this was.
Oh.
I didn't know what this was. I mean, I know what it is now, but
I've heard the term. I'm sure I have been told what it is before.
Sounds like mouldy yoghurt.
Is it not something to do with that? Well,
No.
not yoghurt, but to do with cum.
No.
You have to tell me because I can't remember, but I did hear this before.
So. No, well, not according to this anyway, but that sounds like a mouldy yoghurt, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, babe, my frotting's gone off. Do you mind taking it out? Stinking out the fridge. I can't work out if it's my frotting or your tuck. So frotting is non-penetrative sex when the penises are rubbed together.
Oh, okay.
So it's not docking.
Yeah.
Because docking's when they make, like...
Starship Enterprise.
Yeah, exactly. This one is... the other answers were tickling a man's testicles or having sex in front of a historic fort or castle. Should we go frotting tonight? I only do dogging. I'm from South London. Yeah. Let's go to Leeds Castle. Yeah. We'll do a bit of frotting.
Heathrow or Buckingham?
It's pretty sure it's what Henry VIII did when he weren't fucking killing his wives.
Indeed.
Anyway,
yeah.
Next one is, what is a zaddy? Z-A-D-D-Y.
Oh, it's something linked to daddy. So an older gay. A zaddy though, I can't remember. So
the answer according to this, now again, if anyone's listening to this and thinks this is incorrect, please fact check us. There is also, sidebar, a question and answer on Spotify where you can leave any comments. So if any part of this podcast in any episode doesn't make sense or we've got something wrong, girls, boys, please educate us, right?
Oh, I've got a guess though.
Okay.
Is it a daddy from Gen Z?
No, it's an attractive and fashionable man with lots of sex appeal. So me.
Okay.
The other one is an older man with zero sex appeal. Ooh, look at the zaddy in the corner. Or an attractive older man who works in a zoo. I work for London Zoo. Just call me Zaddy. Some of these crack me up. And then there's two more. So next one is, what does femme mean?
A more effeminate gay man.
Yeah, a man who proudly embraces feminine side. Yeah. So I would say that's me.
Yeah.
Definitely me.
I would consider myself...
You're getting there.
Slightly femme.
You're getting there. Adam at the Bedford said to me, what have you done to him? He was straight acting before you got involved and you started bringing him down here. I was like, yeah, it's true.
I think a lot of my friends would disagree with that, but anyway.
Anyway, what does femme mean? Another one. Hold on 1 second. I'm just checking that we're actually still bloody recording. Yes, we are. Unedited.
Indeed.
What does femme mean? So this, the other answer is someone with a fetish for femurs. What's a femur?
Oh, that's your collarbone, isn't it? A bone in your shoulder. Imagine being...
Can I lick your femur tonight? I'll start your neck and I'll work my way down.
Or maybe it's something in your leg. I don't know.
Again,
it's a bone.
Again, girls and boys tell us femur. Anyway, it's a bone. Somebody likes bones. Don't sound right. Sounds quite hot, doesn't it? And then the last one is a man who is involved in political feminism. Oh. I am. Yeah. Anyway, and then the last one is, what is chemsex?
When you have sex high on
specific
drugs or any drugs?
I don't know. I'm not into chemsex. I'm not into drugs, so I don't know the answer to that. Again, I'm not sure anyone would want to admit to this, but fact check us. Tell us what it is. I have a feeling it's something like crystal meth, right?
I don't think it's quite that serious. I think it's more like
G,
ecstasy.
No, I think it is. What's Tina? That's crystal meth, right?
Yeah.
That's definitely involved in chemsex because I saw it on TV.
There we go. Okay. Fair enough.
Anyway, I prefer the other answer here. What's chemsex? Sex between two male chemists. Yes!
So for all you gay pharmacists out there...
I wonder if there's like an app for pharmacists.
I know.
Chemsex, just chems. Chems. We should have spoken about that in the fucking app episode.
We should have done, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So anyway,
maybe, watch this space, we may have an offshoot of our podcast.
I would say we probably got about 2 out of 10 or wherever it was.
I think we've done slightly better than that.
To summarise, we are not...
We're not putting
knowledgeable gays.
We're not putting our weight in the gay world.
Not, so
but to be honest, if all it takes is to know what chemsex is, then I think I'm okay with that knowing.
Or zaddies.
Or zaddies.
Or tucks, smelly foreskins. Got to go do market research.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what we do. Anyway, on that note, I think we should leave this one here.
Indeed.
Again, it's been another educational...
It has indeed.
...podcast.
Yeah.
Just call us the David Attenboroughs of the gay world. We're giving it to you in spade loads, right?
There we go.
We're here. Oh, can I just say, do you like my earring?
It's nice, yeah, really nice.
Paperclip.
Yeah, it's great.
Nice,
very Vivienne Westwood.
I know, I love her.
Yeah.
Love her. Well, it's all about Vivienne Westwood for August, September.
There we go.
I know. I just, anyway, yeah, and nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
Lovely.
very good.
Anyway, on that note, thank you so much for this insightful episode. But as always, you can follow us on TikTok where you can see all of these podcasts recorded and you can see us in video form. So please head over to TikTok at
RBTW official.
And give us a follow, give us a like. Please share the videos and, tell us how fucking crazy we are. And who knows, maybe there's a YouTube channel coming soon.
Exactly, yeah.
Coming soon. So maybe keep an eye out on that one because
Indeed.
that might be in the pipeline. But yeah, as always, please like, share and subscribe. And if you could leave a comment on the Spotify episode, we would appreciate it. Please give us a 5-star review. It really helps us.
All these things really help.
Really helps us. But anyway, it's time to retire from the great ride for Pride.
I'm all ridden now.
I'm all ridden out. Time to go get me some chemsex and a zaddy.
And some poppers.
Yeah. And I'm going to go wash my tug. As always, we shall see you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks very much for listening. Bye.